A quick one. Ever wondered how the world's most powerful intelligence agency came into existence? Our story begins in the thick of World War II with the formation of the Office of Strategic Services, or the OSS. Born in the crucible of conflict in 1942, the OSS was America's first intelligence agency. It conducted a range of activities, from espionage and sabotage to guerrilla warfare against the Axis powers. But the lifespan of the OSS was short-lived. With the end of World War II in 1945, the OSS was dissolved, leaving a void in America's intelligence apparatus. But as one door closed, another opened. In the aftermath of the war, amid the shifting geopolitical landscape, there was a growing need for a centralized intelligence agency. This need was addressed by the National Security Act of 1947. This pivotal piece of legislation formally established the Central Intelligence Agency on September 18, 1947. The CIA was given a monumental task, coordinating the nation's intelligence activities and advising the newly formed National Security Council. The ink on the National Security Act had barely dried when the CIA found itself thrust into the heart of the Cold War. As tensions between the United States and the Soviet Union escalated, the CIA became a central player. Its focus was on countering Soviet influence and espionage on a global scale. The agency's early activities were as varied as they were vital. They included intelligence gathering, covert operations, and counterintelligence. Each operation, each piece of intel, was a thread in the intricate tapestry of the Cold War. The birth of the CIA was not just the creation of an intelligence agency, it was a response to the changing dynamics of global power and conflict. Born of global conflict and the early Cold War, the CIA quickly became a central player on the world stage, shaping and being shaped by the events of the 20th century. As we delve deeper into the CIA's history, we'll uncover the operations and controversies that have marked its existence. But for now, let's take a moment to reflect on its origins. A testament to the adage that necessity is the mother of invention. The CIA's clandestine operations have often been shrouded in controversy, but what were some of these operations? Let's delve into this captivating yet contentious aspect of the agency's history. One of the earliest and perhaps most infamous operations was Project MKUltra, which spanned from the 1950s to 1973. This covert program aimed to develop mind control techniques through drugs, hypnosis, and other methods. The disturbing part? Unwitting U.S. citizens became test subjects in these experiments, leading to public outcry when the operation was exposed. In 1953, the CIA executed Operation Ajax, orchestrating a coup in Iran to overthrow Prime Minister Mohammad Mossadegh and reinstall the Shah, Mohammad Reza Pahlavi. The objective? To maintain Western control over Iranian oil and counter Soviet influence. The following year, the agency led Operation PB Success, a coup in Guatemala that deposed President Jacobo Arbenz, who was perceived as a communist threat. The aftermath? Decades of political instability and civil war in Guatemala. Then came the Bay of Pigs invasion in 1961, an unsuccessful attempt by CIA-trained Cuban exiles to overthrow Fidel Castro's government. This failure was a significant embarrassment for the Kennedy administration and the CIA. In 1962, the CIA proposed Operation Northwoods, an operation aimed at generating public support for a war against Cuba through staged attacks on American soil. These attacks would then be blamed on the Cuban government. However, this operation was never executed. Between 1967 and 1974, the CIA ran Operation Chaos, a covert program aimed at surveilling and infiltrating domestic political groups, particularly those opposed to the Vietnam War, under the pretext of countering foreign influence. Speaking of the Vietnam War, which lasted from 1955 to 1975, the CIA played a significant role, conducting intelligence operations, psychological warfare, and paramilitary activities to support the South Vietnamese government against the Communist North. In the 70s, the CIA was involved in Operation Condor, a campaign of political repression and state terror involving several Latin American governments. The operation targeted left-wing activists, resulting in numerous kidnappings, torture, and assassinations. Each of these operations was shrouded in controversy, sparking ethical concerns and public outcry. The CIA's tactics often blurred the lines between right and wrong, pushing the boundaries of what was acceptable in the name of national security. While these operations were intended to protect national security, they often had far-reaching unintended consequences. The legacy of these operations continues to influence how the CIA is viewed today, reminding us of the delicate balance between security and the preservation of human rights. This balance is not just a challenge for the CIA, but for all intelligence agencies that operate in a world where the stakes are high and the decisions are anything but black and white. The world of spies and covert operations is not just the stuff of Hollywood movies, it's a real and dangerous game of cat and mouse. Let's delve into the clandestine world of the Central Intelligence Agency. The Berlin Tunnel Operation, a joint venture by the CIA and MI6, stands as a testament to the lengths intelligence agencies will go to gather information. From 1955 to 1956, these agencies constructed an underground tunnel into East Berlin to tap Soviet communication lines. For nearly a year, this operation provided valuable intelligence, intercepting a wealth of Soviet secrets. Yet the game of espionage is never without risks. The Soviets discovered the tunnel, abruptly ending its usefulness. But the information already gathered was invaluable, shedding light on Soviet strategies and plans. Yet, not all spies work from the shadows. Some hide in plain sight, like Aldrich Ames. Ames was a CIA officer who, from 1985 to 1994, betrayed his country by becoming a double agent for the Soviet Union. His decade-long espionage compromised numerous CIA operations and led to the exposure and execution of multiple US assets in the Soviet Union. Ames lived a double life, receiving a substantial amount of money from the Soviets while appearing to be a dedicated CIA officer. His betrayal was devastating, both in terms of loss of life and the blow to CIA's morale. It was only in 1994, after a lengthy FBI investigation, that Ames was finally arrested and sentenced to life imprisonment. His story serves as a stark reminder of the dangers within the world of intelligence, where trust can be a liability and betrayal can come from the most unexpected places. In the high-stakes world of intelligence, the line between friend and enemy is often blurred, and the cost of betrayal can be devastating. The CIA's history is a complex tapestry woven from threads of secrecy, intrigue, and controversy. This narrative has seen the birth of a centralized intelligence system out of the ashes of World War II. It has navigated us through a myriad of covert operations and has revealed the faces of spies that have shaped global events. As the world continues to change, the CIA's role in global security remains as critical as ever. Only time will tell what the next chapter in its history will hold. Thank you for watching. Kindly subscribe and like for more. Thank you.